The whispered file. The temples that refused to stay buried. In the shadow of the pyramids, the ancient Egyptians built something that shouldn't have lasted. Temples made of mud, of reeds, of materials that should have crumbled to dust within a generation. Yet somehow, these mortuary temples, structures designed to house the spirits of dead kings, survived long enough to haunt archaeologists centuries later with a question. Why did the Egyptians invest such effort in buildings they knew would fail? Picture the Nile Valley around 2500 BC, the pyramids rising white and gleaming. But here's what most people don't know. Right beside them, priests were constructing temples from mud brick and bundled reeds. These weren't afterthoughts. They were sacred spaces. The Egyptians called them mansions of millions of years, places where a pharaoh's power would persist forever, even in death. Sacrifices of cattle and grain would be burned here. Priests would chant rituals. The dead king would eat, would reign, would exist in another form. But then something changed. When the New Kingdom pharaohs stopped building tombs in the desert and moved their burials into the hidden valleys, they took their mortuary temples with them, separate now from the pyramids, larger, more elaborate. And here's where it gets strange. These temples became way stations for something else entirely. During the beautiful Festival of the Valley, an annual ritual, the statue of the god Amun would be carried across the Nile in a ceremonial boat. And where did that boat rest? In these mortuary temples. The temples of dead kings became the docking stations for the divine. The official record tells us these temples were simply administrative buildings, cult centers, places to maintain a dead pharaoh's legacy. But archaeologists found something that doesn't quite fit. The earliest mortuary temples, the ones built from mud and reed, bore no inscriptions, no names, no claim of ownership. It's as if someone deliberately erased who built them. Or perhaps someone wanted them forgotten. We know they existed only because fragments appeared on pottery, scraps, whispers in clay. A civilization that took such pains to immortalize their rulers left these particular buildings nearly invisible in the archaeological record. So here's the question. Why build a temple from materials destined to fail? And why hide evidence of who built them? Was it a form of ritual sacrifice, the temple itself an offering that was meant to decay? Or was there something about these structures that made the Egyptians want to erase the record? What do you think they were really trying to hide?